What's up, guys? Amsterdam Knows Hoops here, back today with another video. But today I am talking about what should have been one of the more interesting matchups in the second round, but what has honestly been something a little bit shocking in terms of how coaching has really impacted the series. So today we are talking about the Suns and the Nuggets. This is something that we've talked about a lot in my Discord. Go ahead and join that in the description or a pinned comment. And this is something that we have honestly thought was going to be very interesting because of the pick and roll, especially when attacking Jokic. However, when you look at the statistics of it all, the Nuggets and the Suns are actually only 0.758 points per possession. Meaning every time they run it, they're not even really getting anything off when they run the pick and roll, which is something that I think everybody and their mother had suspected would be the main thing Phoenix would use to try and exploit somebody like Jokic on the defensive end. However, something that I did not account for was, first of all, just the complete almost lack of use of utility of a player like Chris Paul in the series. I did not expect KD to step back so much in scoring and just in terms of sheer aggression. And honestly, Denver's defense has done nothing short of surprise me to a point of where I feel almost secure in saying they might just go ahead and take this series. But it's only game 2, so now it's time for the Suns to adjust, and we can take a look at how they go about adjusting. But first, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys want to see next. What series should I cover next, or what player should I highlight? Just let me know what you guys think. Let's get to 500 subs by the end of May, and hopefully 1,000 by the end of the year. So as always, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. But now let's talk about what are you doing if you're the Phoenix Suns to adjust for game 3. And if you're Denver, how do you almost counter those adjustments or make Phoenix have to play a similar game to what they have done before? So as always, guys, let's get into it. And first, let's get into how ineffective the pick and roll has been. First of all, I love this move by Mike Malone here in Denver, but I think KD needs to get closer to the ball whenever Booker gets a double. Now, this is where the pick and roll I thought would come in handy. You see the pick right here. But now, as D-Book goes in, KCP and Jokic stayed at the level, basically, and threw that crazy kick out to Chris Paul and this hit. I don't know if that's something you want to necessarily trust having to rely on every time for a crazy cross-court pass. Now, again, here, take a look. Michael Porter Jr. almost has his eyes dead set on the screener. He's ready for that overpass to Ayton and gets the deflection. But they're still good from the pick and roll here, as we see with Ayton getting KCP in front of him. He rolls at the right time. And you see the beautiful bounce pass by Booker to take up the lane and then immediately get the easy bucket. So it's not as if the pick and roll is impossible to work in this Phoenix series. But what I think the issue is first of all, the execution of the pick and roll has been a little off by the team. And I think the other major issue is the lack of help that you're giving the ball handler in that situation. KCP has been the low-key MVP of this series. Well, obviously you have Jamal with his outburst in game 1. Jokic with the carry in game 2 offensively. What KCP has done for this team on the pick-and-roll defense has been nothing short of MVP-level defense basketball. That's what you need in these situations. Because now they're not being able to exploit Jokic or other players as much as you thought they could because of how the defense is being played. Shout out to Christian Braun as well. I believe it's Brown or Braun. But shout out to him, the young rook. He's been low-key giving clamps, especially after game 2. But again, I think, guys, that's the way that you really want to attack and fix this. If you're Phoenix, you just got to fix the execution and also be willing to help Booker and put him honestly at point, and you got to sit Chris Paul. But now we need to look at what Denver's been doing and how Phoenix and Denver should adjust and continue. And Jamal Murray. First of all, this pick right here is beautiful by Jokic, and then the beautiful spin by Murray to get that separation for the beautiful midi. And again, what we're going to see here is this action off the ball with the KCP screen, and the Suns stick with the switch. So now you have Shamet. And here, I first of all think Jamal Murray should have probably pulled it. I think he could have got the 3. But now you have Shamet one-on-one. And you get that beautiful little step to gather, and then an easy mid-ranger for Jamal. And then again, just take a look. What you're going to see here is Michael Porter Jr. go off, and the reason he does that is to basically clear that side of the court for Murray. Now he basically gets his man as Jokic gets the pick, and he gets Ayton. Slower foot for the beautiful step back 3 here from Jamal in an easy bucket. So again, this is what I'm talking about. honestly, it's kind of interesting how the Nuggets have turned what the Suns were talked about to do to them and said, no, we're going to do that to you instead, actually. And that, to me, is where things get very, very interesting. But if you're the Suns, there's a couple easy bullet points that should be discussed. First of all, Chris Paul needs to get sat. And I love Chris Paul. I think he's an all-time great point guard, all-time great player. But what he is giving you offensively, it's damn near nothing. You and I are doing the same thing Chris Paul could be doing out there. Second, I'm going to be 100% honest. That man is getting attacked consistently on the defensive end. I would run the lineup more so of Book at point, and you do what my adjustment was, which is you get a KD or Ayton immediately on near Booker if they throw a double. You run Okogie, Craig, Durant, Ayton. Or maybe even Campaign if you want. And then you can shuffle in CP, Okogie, and all them. But that's how I would adjust if I'm Monty Williams. The next thing is that if I'm the Nuggets, I am continuing to attack this pick and roll. Because why not do the exact same game plan? Because now you're going to have to make Monty have to make a hard decision. Now, I think the Suns can win game 3, but I think part of the issue is that KD needs to be more aggressive. We have always praised KD for being the guy who's willing to take a back seat, who's willing to step back. But KD, you cannot be 3 for 15 from 3. You just can't. You need to shoot more. I'm sorry, but it's what you need. And I also think DeAndre Ayton needs to shoot more. Honestly, just the shot diet of this team needs to get a little varied up. But the issue is that since they don't get any aggressive, there's nothing they can do. So let me know what you guys think. Can the Suns realistically make an adjustment to bring themselves back into this series, or do you think it's just about wraps? Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next. As always, this is Amsterdam Knows Hoops. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace out.